One particular calling and gifting that seems to be on the way out in our day is that of being a shepherd. Hi, this is Barry Phillips with 10 Minute Torah, day number 5 of the Torah portion of Vayigash. Let's go to chapter number 47 of the book of Bereshit, or Genesis, and start with verse number 1. And it says, "And then Joseph went and spoke to Pharaoh and said, My father and my brothers, their flocks and their herds, and all that they possess, have come from the land of Canaan. And see, they are in the land of Goshen. And he took 5 men from among his brothers and presented them to Pharaoh. And Pharaoh said to his brothers, What is your occupation? And they said to Pharaoh, Your servants are shepherds, both we and also our fathers. And they said to Pharaoh, We have come to dwell in the land because there is no pasture for your servants' flocks, for the scarcity of food is severe in the land of Canaan. And now please let your servants dwell in the land of Goshen." Before we get into a discussion of these verses, a little housekeeping here, if I may. Number one, let me just say thank you to everyone who watches 10 Minute Torah. I don't want to take your audience, you being the audience, for granted. I don't want to take your viewership for granted. I thank you for watching, many of you on a daily basis. Some of you do the binge watching, perhaps on Shabbat, ever how you choose. Thank you. For sharing on your social media pages. Again, thank you. I encourage you to do that. That helps to spread the awareness that 10 Minute Torah is here. We've gone from just a handful to a few hundred as far as subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, let me encourage you to hit the subscribe button, ring the bell there if you like. And when you see a video that speaks anything to you that is helpful, hit the like button. All of that has digital effects, algorithm effect, and just enables us to reach more people. So thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your encouragement. For those who support, thank you for your support. If you don't know how to support, you can go to Remnant of Israel, YISRAEL.com, and hit the donate button there. If you'd like to leave comments, they're very much important to me. I do read them, often respond, and thank you for them. Now to chapter number 47. There is an entire culture and ethnicity that has been relocated into the center of Mitzrayim. Yaakov and his family, as they come down, they are not there to become Mitzrites. Now, eventually they would blend in too far. But as they are at this particular juncture of our reading, they are completely different. The idea of being a shepherd was that which was offensive to Mitzrites, yet here they are. The family relocates because they said there are no pastures available in our home place, in the land of Canaan. So an entire culture of people is now in their midst, and they are self-sufficient. They're able to stand on their own if they just have a place. And they're given to a place called Goshen, a prepared place. Now, shepherding it's not the only occupation of those who are Hebrew, but it is a mainstream occupation. Providing care for sheep. Yeshua says, I am the good shepherd, and I lay my life down for the sheep. So there is an example set in Yeshua that is hard to meet. There are many that are called pastors. I lived most of my ministerial church career being called pastor. When I came out of the church and started following a Hebraic pattern of understanding and teaching and focus, I laid that title down thinking that's too church-esque for me to carry over. Rabbi has its own issues, so what do you call me? I just said, hey, call me Barry. Imagine that. In the last several years, there has been more of a pastoral heart restored. I wondered, Father, are you calling me to be a prophet? Are you calling me to be an evangelist? Are you calling me to be something else? And it comes down to, I care for people. I want to see people grow. I want to nurture and enable people to mature in Messiah. What is that? It's the work of a pastor. So if someone references me as a pastor now, I lay down my offense button and just understand that's my role. That's a lot of what I've been called to do. Shepherding in our day, in some circles, has taken on a negative connotation. I have heard some that would talk about the idea, I don't need anyone to tell me what the word says. I can study it for myself. I don't need anybody. And so this fierce, independent, lone sheep mindset has been something that's becoming too prominent, I think. A single sheep, isolated, is vulnerable and very open to attack. Sheep are not known to be the wisest of creatures. They require a lot of hands-on care. They require a lot of safeguarding. They need someone to lead them, or they will wander off and go astray. When one believes that they are capable of finding out all that the Word has to say for them on their own, that they don't need anyone's instruction, they don't need anyone's accountability to them, they don't need anyone to safeguard them. I got this, leave me alone. I understand the independent heart. I understand I don't want anyone to deceive me. I don't want anyone to lead me astray. But we lead ourselves astray too often. We all need someone to hold us accountable. We all need someone to bounce our beliefs off of and ask for soundness. Am I on the right track here? Am I doing what is correct? We need partnership. We need to be family. A lone sheep cannot reproduce. It takes a flock. If you are a sheep, you belong in a flock, not out by yourself. Now, I know that there are those that are isolated, and you would love to have a flock to be a part of. That's not what I'm referencing here. I'm talking about those who push away anyone around them and say, I don't need you. So for those that are geographically isolated, you're by yourself, not by choice, but by situations as they have developed. I pray for you. May Yah send you people of like heart and mind that you can grow with, talk to, communicate with, fellowship with, study with, worship with, because I know your hearts. I know that this is vitally important to you, and you yearn for that accountability, that communion, that fellowship. May the Father hear your cries and answer that. For those of you that are a part of a congregation, a local flock, may the Father enable you to become fruit-bearing, that you not look to the shepherd to do everything for you, but that you become a partner, that you give birth to sheep, that you raise up sons, daughters, friends, neighbors, acquaintances, and enable your local congregation to grow. These men said, we don't have any pasture available. We don't have a good place to be. Our sheep have to have good pastures to survive. Yah has an ability to move us where we need to be. Some of you, I know you've relocated and you've found a different place of living just to be a part of what it is that the Father has for you. That's a bold move. May He reward you powerfully for doing so. There are those, though, you need to recognize the good pasture that you're in. It all may not be perfect. It all may not be exactly what you want. But if you are growing and maturing, even if the grass doesn't taste good, keep growing and be a part of where it is that Yah has sown you. And finally, Shabbat Shalom. May this Shabbat be powerful. May it be encouraging. May it be enlightening. May it be facilitated with the presence of the Most High. May you grow in Him. And may you find someone that you can edify this Shabbat. Until next week, Shabbat Shalom.